Before seeing how to use pandas and what is pandas and everything, we need to understand why do we need pandas when we already have Excel where we can clean the data, we can transform the data, and even build the dashboards there. So the first reason is the flexibility. Python provides more flexibility to do data analysis using the pandas library. And apart from that, if there is a huge amount of data, let's say millions of rows, then Excel will even struggle to open the data, open that file. So pandas helps us there. Now we will see how to use pandas. So before how to use pandas, we need to understand how do we install pandas. So now that you have I suppose you have installed Python. So in Python, if whether you are using any VS Code or any other IDE, or you are using vanilla Python, then you can go to terminal and put pip install pandas command. If you are installing pandas in Jupyter notebook, then you can install like this. As I have it already installed, it will be requirement already satisfied. Now when we have to start the pandas, we can use pandas library as like this. So where we are importing pandas as PD, so we don't have to write pandas again and again. Here in pandas we are going to see in this video that's what is series and what are data frames. So series is a one dimensional data type where we can store either integer or any other kind of data together. So, and apart from that, data frame is a collection of series where each column represents a series, and in data frame each single column if you put and see, then each type will be a data frame. So now data frame, now this is the series. We can see the type. If we want to see the type, we can clearly see here type of series, and it says series here. So it's a series. Now we have put data. So if we are to create a data frame, the syntax is like this. We can either create a dictionary where we can provide column names and then the data values, or we can create the columns, sorry, list where we will put column names, and other list where we will use the data directly. And then when we put pd.data frame of that data, then we will also put columns is equal to the list of the columns. Now when we put the print the type of data, it will be dictionary, and if we put the type of data frame, it will be a data frame. And as I said, the each column in the data frame represents a single series. So if we put it like this, then type of data column df.col1 is series here. Now there are multiple ways we can read files in pandas. So here I have downloaded a file from Kaggle called customer purchasing behaviors, which is a CSV file, comma separated file. Here we are reading it through pandas read CSV method, and there are multiple ways. Now if we put customer or CSV file, they have it is taken first row as a header itself, and if it does not, then we have to specify here header is equal to 0 for first row, or if we do not want it to take any header value, then we will put it none. Another thing is in this CSV file, it is a comma separated. If we have text file of any other file, so there instead of read CSV, there will be another method, and there will put separator as particular separator. So if there is a tab separation, then there will be a separation like this, and separator and delimiter, both two things are same. So we can use read CSV, read Excel, read JSON depending on our source data. Now there are multiple methods in pandas. Here we are going to see only basic methods. So customer.info is there, so pd.info pandas info method is there to let us know the overall these data types of all the columns here. So if we can see here, it is giving user ID as 230, non-null values integer 64. For everything it is giving like that data type and non-null count. We have 238 rows and 7 columns in our file, and we can see all are non-null. So non-null means there is no null value, there is no value which is blank, and the data type for this is integer 64. Now since here we can see 238 rows and 7 columns, same we will see here customer.set. If we want to see the data for a particular user ID, so here we have used this filtering. So this is one type of syntax. Here there is a iloc. In iloc, using iloc, we can see from second row to fourth row if we want to see the data, and only purchase frequency. So second and third will be there. So 22 and 10 should be there. And so the syntax for iloc, using iloc we can see the data of using indexes. So here second row and from second row to fourth row. So since our indexes are like this, which helps us to see here. So 2 and 3 rows we can see, and from -1 means from last column to remaining column. So there is no remaining column, so we are only seeing frequency, purchase frequency. Apart from iloc, there is another method called loc, where we will put column names as the value of that as a condition. So it is like this only, where we have used user id is equal to 22. Here we are using the loc to see the data frame having the customer's age is 44. If we want to rename the column in Pandas, we can use the rename method, and we have to put columns as there. So here I could not find any other example. So here the purchase amount is there. Let's say we have to do it as spent amount spent. So using rename method, we can do it like that. If we use in place is equal to true, then in that data frame itself the change will go. If not, then you will have to assign it like this if you want to go ahead with that change. If you do not want to go ahead with that change, if you want to see how it looks, then you have to just remove this and go ahead. So here that column changed to amount of spent. Now let's suppose we have to sort this data frame and see the user ID or age who is having annual income highest. So based on annual income, we sort it. We can see it. So just like SQL, here as well we can do it. Here there is a method called sort values, and by is equal to, here you can do one or multiple columns. If we remove by is equal to if we put it like this, it will also work, because we are doing on single column only, that's why. And ascend is equal to false, so this will give you a descending, so highest will be first. So for age 55, annual income is 75,000. It is like this. So these were the basic example of Pandas, and why do we need Pandas, how do we install Pandas, and some basic steps. In the next video, we will see how do we do some basic data cleaning, where we can handle duplicate values. There can be null values, and there can be a data type, there can be a discrepancy between the data of a particular data type. So that's it from this video.